Sunday in North Carolina, why do people do this? They leave 1 tablespoon of milk in the darn. Oh my gosh. I decided I would clean out the refrigerator, which is a commitment. Some of my celery is good. Some of my celery is not good. So Sundays in North Carolina in June typically are for boating, swimming, water activity. But for some reason, there's this crazy phenomenon right now where it's freaking freezing. We went to a birthday party. Our friend Horace Beasley turned 60 a couple weeks ago. We went to his birthday party and in Nags Head last night. And I promise you it was 50 degrees. 50 degrees. It's very sad. Strawberry. Somebody's going to be like, you shouldn't throw that strawberry away. My husband took my big 3 to church. My subscribers. We just had a very good subscriber live this morning. We call it Tales Church. We were talking about loss. It's kind of a deep topic, but it's Sunday. Deep topic. And how many people are hurting and just really need a place to talk and need to share? And somebody said, I lost my only brother when I was 15 and he was 19. And they said, how do you get over the hump? And for me, it was really, I didn't get over the hump until I started writing when my son Amos was born. And I think I really started grieving. I had kind of always buried this hurt and been like, I'm not doing that. Just going to pretend I'm fine and carry on. And that was not working. So when I had Amos, a little boy that I was thrilled to have, but he was not the child I ordered, I thought, uh-oh. And I started writing about it and really started grieving this death of my brother from so many years before. And somewhere along the way, I thought, I have joy again. I didn't even know that was a possibility, to lose the person I love most in the world and have joy again. And I do. What are you doing?
Would you like to change it?
You want me to change the TV? Yeah. You know what we have today? In Edenton, we have a street festival today. Would you like to go to that?
Yes.
This is my...
We can't.
This is how I...
The street festival.
Do you like going to the street festival?
Yes.
What do you like to do there?
It's to get cotton candy.
You like to get cotton candy. Uh-huh. I'm not surprised about that.
That is a surprise mission.
A surprise mission?
No.
No.
That's just a surprise party.
A surprise party?
Yes.
Oh. Do you like surprise parties?
Yes.
Surprise! You know, Amos, you've never had a surprise party, have you?
Yes.
You have?
I'm under.
Maybe when you turn 10 on your birthday. Heaven help us. Amos, you know, a lot of people struggle with their kids with autism that they don't like to leave the house. That is not a struggle we have. Do you like to go places?
Yes.
Tell them what you did yesterday. What did you do yesterday? You didn't even tell Mommy. Where did Mary take you?
The Black Bear Festival.
Where was it? What town?
Plymouth.
Plymouth. He went to the Black Bear Festival in Plymouth. And what did you do at the Black Bear Festival in Plymouth?
I went to the water slide.
You went on a water slide?
Yes.
Was it fun?
Yes.
And what else did you do there? Did you go for a ride and something?
Yes.
What?
A bear train.
You went on a bear train?
Yes.
Oh, ooh, so scary. And what else did you do though? Didn't you do something even more exciting? What was it? What did you do?
I got ice cream.
You got ice cream, but you rode in a...
Train.
No, what was the thing that went up in the air?
An airplane.
No.
A helicopter.
You went in a helicopter?
Yes.
Was it scary?
No, just safe.
It was
a
safe.
Helicopter is a whirling plane.
A helicopter is a whirling plane?
Yes.
How do you spell helicopter?
No, I can't.
Yes, you can. Spell it for me.
What? Say your name. Helicopter.
Yeah, helicopter, but spell it for me.
Helicopter. No.
Yay! Helicopter!
Would you like to try it?
Okay, come on up.
I'm gonna get you.
So this is
I got you.
Life with Amos. Three teenagers. A day in the life of Amos. That's right. Which is really exciting. Really exciting. He is so smart. He is so smart. Here you go. This is our bed abode. Okay, what are we changing it to? There's Puppy.
This is a bed remote.
A bed remote. This is my bed.
This is a bed remote.
What do you want to watch?
Baby Einstein.
Baby Einstein, which one though?
There it is.
Right there?
Yes. You want mommy.
He makes me smile too.
No.
So anyway, I share that with him to like give you an example of, so this is like not the life I ordered, but it's a really good life. And a lot of it is perspective, you know, and you might find that I'm wishy-washy on perspective because sometimes I'll be like, oh my gosh, I just want to leave this house and like not have to have a babysitter, or my husband and I have to take turns. You know, like I acknowledge that it's super hard, but then it's good too, you know? And so I think you can have two things. Oh my gosh. You know, the problem I have is that I have big hopes for myself when it comes to food. Used by 610. Okay. I have really big hopes when it comes to myself for food. I'm like, oh, we're going to get this food and I'm going to cook it. Well, then you know what happens? Like, here's some ribs that have been in there a week. No, somebody's going to get me. They're going to be like, you're wasting food. Well, I mean, I can't help it. I'm doing the best I can, people. Here's a tenderloin. Let's see what the date on this is. Ooh, used by June 10th. Yes. Oh, and there's some squash in here and some celery. Uh-oh, I bet that ruined this though. All natural ground beef. May 30th, use or freeze by. That's sad. Oh, here's some asparagus, okay. Wow, over there. Clearly I need to go to the grocery store, but guess what? My teenage sons have gone to the grocery store. So some of what we have learned in this life is because I am busy and have a very full existence. As a teenager, I never went to the grocery store. My mother kept food in the kitchen. Laundry was in the drawers. Everything was just perfect. That is not the life that I live or that my children live. Is this good or bad? I don't know. But I will say that my teenage sons just took my credit card and they were like, did you go to the grocery store? And I said, no, I sure didn't. I didn't have time. How much money did you just throw in the garbage? Probably a lot, Patricia. Probably a lot. Probably $10. And you know why? Because I'm a work in progress. Yep, I am. And if you need a soft place to fall, you might really like my subscriber video. We did really have the best conversation this morning. So my boys have gone to the grocery store. You should have given that food to poor people. The food is bad, Sandy. I don't want to poison people. It's like being in hell. Giving food to poor people. Hey, what if I poisoned all the poor people? Oh, God. Holy Moses. If there's one thing I've learned from being on the intranet, as my mother-in-law calls it, it's that no one is ever going to agree with anything you do. And you know what I've decided? I don't care. Because why? What do I care? Like, why am I going to have my feelings hurt by somebody I don't know who calls themselves like Smurfette on their Facebook profile? I mean, I just can't worry about shit like that. Not supposed to be cussing. Look outside. Look how pretty it is. It's pretty in 20 degrees. No, but my teenagers have gone to the grocery store, and I'm sure my friends are gonna see them there and be like, look at those boys at the grocery store. But you know what? Good. Like, I'm raising sons that are gonna be husbands and men that know how to go to the grocery store and feed themselves. My husband is good about going to the grocery store, but when he goes, he doesn't ever tell anybody he's going. So he just comes back with things he needs. So this is going to be a test because I did not tell them. Well, I did. I told them we needed bread, and I told them to get me pineapple juice. So we'll see if that happens. Cut her a break. Yeah, I need a break. Last week we went to the doctor for scoliosis. We had 2 award ceremonies. I mean, this is struggle bus time. Struggle bus over here in North Carolina. We have testing. My daughter had testing. Oh, I had to drive to Washington, D.C. and pick up my big boys from school. And then this week we have awards. We have eye appointments. We're supposed to go to the frickin' water park at H2OBX. And I hadn't told anybody, but I ain't going to any water park with Amos if it's 10 degrees. Because unlike other mothers, my 9-year-old requires that I get in the water. Me no go. No. The next week, I have it marked on my calendar as family vacation week. What does that even mean? We're not going anywhere. Like, I had a good friend the other day and was like, where are y'all going on vacation this year? I'm like, we're not going anywhere. We're just sitting our butts right here. My children are going to camp. That's what counts as family vacation week. No, tonight we're going to dinner at our priest house because I'm being confirmed. My middle son's being confirmed, and my daughter is being confirmed in the Episcopal Church. So that is next week, next Sunday. Wisdom teeth week. Oh, I told my oldest son he was getting his wisdom teeth out next week, but I lied. I just wanted to see if he would fuss. But he didn't fuss, so I might actually schedule it. Do you think your kids will actually bring actual groceries? Yeah, I know what one thing they're going to get. They'll have eggs because they eat a dozen eggs a day. And they'll get milk because they drink a gallon a day of milk. And they'll get hamburger buns. So those are things I know they're going to get. And they'll get macaroni and cheese. We are all in the same boat. I lost the paddle. On social media, just go shopping. You have the kids home for the summer. Wait, what? What? I don't understand. Is that a sentence? What does that mean? Are you Catholic? No, I'm about to be Episcopalian. Sometimes you have great talks, and now most of the time it's a bunch of cackling crap. What the hell does that mean? I guess you didn't like my Target discussion, huh? Or Mark Robinson. Whenever somebody doesn't like what I have to say, I promise you, the majority of the time, it's somebody with a profile picture of Donald Trump hugging a lion or an American flag. And they get so mad. It's one thing to just say, you might as well just admit, I am a Republican and I cannot think through. But I mean, I have a lot of people like my husband who's like, yeah, I'm a Republican, but I'm not voting for Mark Robinson. Or, sure, if you want to cancel Target over transgender stuff, have at it. I don't care. But you can't lie about what Target has and then cancel them. Because what if someday you get canceled? I mean, I don't want to get canceled. And it's possible. So we live in a world, and it's Sunday. People struggle with independent thinking. It's a problem. Like, I showed that Target thing. Do your kids like you being on the phone a lot? Yeah, they love it. They love me doing videos. It's just, they think it's the most wonderful thing that's ever happened to them. They love it. It's so good. Mm-hmm. No, they don't like it. Why do you think I try to do it when they're not around? And if they're on the video, I have to pay them. So let's just be honest. So all those social media people on Instagram that have like the 14 children, they just keep having children so they can have somebody agree to be on their videos. Why do people complain about you? Well, Lois, I don't know. So interesting. I have an American profile picture and I find your lives fascinating. Oh, that's not. Canceling needs to stop. Well, I'm not even against canceling. I mean, honestly, if people want to cancel something, they can. Oh, I'm so glad you're a subscriber, Diane. But you can't cancel things based on a lie. Like, I can't cancel Mark Robinson and say he's a pedophile because he's not. That's just a lie. So there's no reason, and stuff is bad enough and people are dumb enough that we don't even need to lie. Like, if you want to cancel something, have at it. But there are big things happening in our world. We have monuments being taken down. I mean, big things that people really fuss about. A new thing this week, I was watching CBS Sunday Morning, which I would argue is quite possibly one of the best shows on the planet. Have y'all seen that? If you went to church, you didn't. But I sent my husband and Big Three to church because the youngest one has had me up for like 900 hours. And I said to my husband, you take them to church and I'll stay here with Amos. And now he's laying in the bed. No, you go, I'll stay. I said, no. I have been up for 3 hours. You're going. He got his ass up. But one thing they were talking about this morning is affirmative action. And I was like, ooh, I want to talk about affirmative action. But my first thought was, I don't really know much about affirmative action, so I can't just jump in and talk about it, right? Unless I learn about it. So now on my work schedule, this is why we can't have nice things, I'm going to have to spend a few hours learning about affirmative action. Oh, you saw Amos at the Black Bear Festival yesterday? Oh, he had the best time. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, her caregiver took him. She is so good about finding fun things to do. And you could go on a helicopter for $40. I have lupus. I also appreciate the delivery service and drive-up service. Oh, at Target. Well, that's a good thing. But anyway, oh God, I feel like Christine, you were on here this other day. Didn't like your talk yesterday. You wanted to cancel the businesses of the relatives of the teens on St. Simon Island. I don't think I said anything about canceling the businesses. I do think people always have a choice not to shop somewhere. And I think people deserve the right to not shop at Target if they really don't like that. What I don't deserve is canceling based on fake news. So if you just pretended that a bunch of teenagers, if they actually hadn't like squirted ketchup all over a child with neurological differences and you just made that up about them, that's a problem. But when you talk about kids or parents who give children alcohol, I think it's okay to say the truth. Those parents provided alcohol in a place for teenagers to squirt ketchup and dump off a child who ended up in the ICU for a week. So you're not going to win that battle with me because I have real opinions about St. Simon's. I think there's some parenting issues there personally. And I'll tell you one thing. My children might turn out terrible. They might make bad decisions. But I will be the first one to come out and be like, I would just like to say, my son is an idiot, and I want you to know that I did the best I could with him. Why no videos with Kate and Carrie anymore? We have them every week. Sometimes they're on the subscriber pages, though. I think the last one I did was on our subscriber page. Kate Swenson and Carrie Curiello. We don't always do them on the big page. I wonder why. Yeah.
It's a gold worm.
A gold worm?
Yes.
So affirmative action this week, it sounds like the court is going to repeal it. Is that the right word? You did. You said they should not do business with them. I wouldn't do business with a family whose child. So if it was my child and my husband has a law practice and you decided you weren't going to do business with him, if the parents had come out and said, we are sorry, we are handling this, I think that's different. But when parents just send me messages and say, how dare you, get involved. Ooh, y'all got a lot of groceries.
Hi, Michael.
Look at this. This is.
Yeah, you say we don't do anything.
I have raised nice sons. Now we're going to see what they've bought.
Good stuff.
Like what?
Mainly stuff for us.
Well, that sounds like Daddy. Daddy loves to go to the grocery store and get himself stuff.
Yeah, we didn't really have you in mind when we did this.
No, didn't have me in mind.
Nope.
Yeah, it was good. Bananas, muffins.
What do you have?
Bananas and muffins.
Bananas and muffins.
Sausage biscuits.
Sausage biscuits.
What? Russell won.
The world's largest thing of Oreo ice cream. Mozzarella sticks.
Your bacon.
2 things of
No, largest ice cream is Oreo sticks. No.
And you want one?
He does not. More ice cream.
More ice cream.
Wings.
For who?
Why did you buy cheese? We had
Who's
cheese.
the ice cream for?
An apple pie.
That's Russell too.
Why'd you buy an apple pie?
Here, let me put this. They're good.
Why do you buy apple pie?
They're really good.
That's my bracelet.
You missed.
Is that what you were calling the golden worm? That is my very nice bracelet.
No worm.
No, it's not a
I'm
worm.
throwing away this blizzard. This is disgusting.
Okay, throw away all the blizzards in the freezer.
There's only one.
Oh. Do you need help upstairs?
We have so much mac and cheese or something.
What
You do?
can you do? No, you don't need help upstairs.
You don't. Okay.
I don't think they will do that.
The only only got 2 containers of milk?
Yeah, how many do you want?
Well, I don't drink the milk. Y'all drink, though, like a whole container a day.
You can go with that.
I'm scared to talk in front of them. They criticize me. Well, I think that I cleaned out the refrigerator so you can put stuff away. Golden worm.
Why do we have frozen strawberries in here?
Because Daddy put them in the freezer by accident. But they're good.
Why are they still in there?
Well, because you can use them for smoothies.
We don't even have like a blender.
We do have a blender
Where?
in the pantry.
Oh, no, we would have gotten pineapples.
Did you get pineapple juice?
No, we forgot.
Did you get eggs?
Yeah. Egg smoothie. No, where's the blender?
The
Oh, it's
blender.
up there. Top shelf. Shoot, we should have got, there's like pre-made packed juice of fruit. Should have got, yeah, we should have made some. Absolutely.
How much did you spend?
$150?
Did you use the MVP code?
Yeah.
Okay. They spent $150, and I bet it'll.
That's food for us for like a week.
A week?
It'll last us until Gloria Ridge.
That's 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is 2 weeks.
2 weeks, they said.
We do it. I don't think so, but I think a week.
Well, we're going out to dinner tonight
Where?
to the priest house.
Oh yeah, I'm not going.
Yeah, you are going. Let them do all the shopping this summer. Well, as long as somebody can pay for it, which I guess is me. They'll shop and I'll buy. They need to make a list to shop. But anyway, the whole affirmative action thing, I just think is so interesting because I guess it's challenging, like is it the amendments or the Constitution, something about, again, I haven't done any research on it, but you can't make decisions on race. So the gist of the case is against Harvard in Carolina that you can't, that they would not allow to be able to consider race in admissions, which is really interesting. So it sounds like it's going to get overturned because the Supreme Court is going to rule that that's what the Constitution says. But then on the other hand, you think,
Would you like to change baby's first moon?
oh, right. You think because it penalizes Asians, right? Because if you're Asian, you don't get to get in like at Harvard. And then if you're white, you might not get to get in rhino fruit or veggies. They bought bananas because they're teenagers. You might think, well, he's up here with all my jewelry. What meat did they buy? They bought hamburgers. Do you like hamburgers?
Yes,
You do. Okay. Okay, which one?
that is up there.
Affirmative action helped a lot of women in
Up
the
there.
70s. Yeah.
It's baby's first moon.
There. Do you want me to start it over?
Yes.
Oh, let's start. There.
MakeMeInsight.com with funny videos inside.
Yes.
Just say it, Mommy.
BabyEinstein.com with funny videos inside. So in a few minutes, Sissy, do you want to go downtown?
Mommy. Yes, sir. And now enjoy the show.
Now enjoy the show. You don't want to? Huh? Boys, do you want to go downtown to the street festival? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. I have not seen the whole Duger documentary. I promised that I would do a video on it with my people.
Oh, what are these things?
What? Were they good?
They're pretty good.
Sausage biscuits. So anyway, it's going to be a big deal. Affirmative action. Because the question is, what if it's not legal, but then
filling too.
Huh?
They're filling.
Oh, the sausage biscuits. But then you could end up with like all Asians at a school. Right?
Yeah, I hope that doesn't pass, and I'm not going anywhere.
Thomas hopes it doesn't pass because he's not going anywhere. 14th Amendment. Well, it's an interesting thing because if it says we can't base decisions on race, it could go either way. It would make it so you could be full of Asians, but then it could also make it so people of color who might be from Eden. Here's what the negative I think about it, and I don't know if it's a legal thing, but like they had a man on talking who went to Yale, and he was black. And he said he got in, and he said, I didn't get in because I was black, but that was probably one of the many things. Well, he ended up graduating second in his class, which obviously he went to law school. He did all these things. And he said, I came from this background where I hadn't had access to this amazing education. And I was thinking about kids in Edenton, like my own sons are in boarding school, so they are getting this great education. And Thomas has a great ACT score, which I think has come from having a really good education. So you hate to penalize somebody that doesn't have access.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have the score I had if I was a Johnny Hood, probably.
I mean, so that's kind of, it sort of gives somebody a chance to catch up. So if you're a person of color from a poor area, is it that you're being given a favor, or is it that you're just trying to make the playing field a little more level, I think. But the law might not say that, but that's just my gut instinct, is that I wouldn't like it. Thomas is a handsome young man. Yes, he is.
This muffin's terrible.
That muffin is terrible. I'm good at making blueberry muffins. Food Line. Okay, we're going downtown to the street festival. Are you going to be doing a video on a topic later with me?
Maybe later. Not right now.
We have to pick some topics this summer. Amos looks like Thomas. Oh, lucky Thomas. Amos likes Thomas and Russell being home. It's sort of exciting. Carry on.